Good morning, Miss Marquardt.
Good morning, Mrs. Grant.
How are you doing today?
Pretty well. Yourself?
Ready to do some math? How about you?
Ready.
So, we have been learning some addition strategies. Yesterday, we learned about make a model, and today we're going to learn a new one called counting on. I can use counting on to solve basic addition facts. So, what's nice about counting on is that it's probably something most kids, and even you, do on a daily basis when you add.
Probably.
Yeah. The main thing to remember about counting on is that you always want to start with the bigger number in the problem first.
Okay.
And you're going to put that bigger number inside of your head. You're going to think about it.
Okay.
So on problem A, I see that I have 15 plus 4. The bigger number between 15 and 4 is 15, which is why our picture of the head has a 15 in it, because that's the number you want to have in your head to start with.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to put 15 in my head, and then I'm going to count 4 more. So I'm going to think 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And that's my answer, 19. The reason we like to start with the bigger number in our head, whether the bigger number is first or second in the problem, is because then you don't have as many numbers to count on the second half of the problem. See, if I started with 4 in my head, then I'd have to count 15 fingers, and then I might get confused.
And I don't have 15 fingers.
I don't either. I don't want to take off my shoes and have to count my toes.
Oh, no.
I don't think anybody in the classroom
kinda
would
gross.
appreciate that. Yeah. So always start with the bigger number and count on. Let's look at problem B right here. We have 3 plus 12. Now I notice in this problem that my bigger number is not first, and that's okay. It doesn't matter if your bigger number is first or second, you're still going to choose that big number to put inside of your head.
Okay.
Just like the picture here has a 12 inside of its head. Okay, so I'm going to put 12 in my head, and then my counting on number is 3. So 12, 13, 14, 15, and that's my answer, 15. Okay, now problem C says 10 plus 4. Miss Marquardt, which of those two numbers, 10 or 4, is the bigger number?
Well, I'm going to go with 10 because I know that a group of 10 is more than just 4 ones.
Yes, you're right, which is also why the picture of the head has the 10 in it. So Miss Marquardt, I want you to put 10 inside of your head right now.
Okay. 10.
Now I want you to take 4 and add 4 to the 10 in your head.
Okay. So 11, 12, 13, 14.
You got it. 14 is our answer. Okay. Now, when you're doing it on your own, 2 things you want to remember.
Okay.
Always start with the bigger number.
Okay.
Okay. Put it inside of your head and count on your fingers the smaller number.
Okay.
Okay? So, I have an empty head right here. So I'm going to think about what are my 2 numbers and which one is bigger. I have 8 plus 5. Which one is bigger?
8.
8. So I'm going to put 8 inside this head, and I'm going to put 8 inside my head.
Okay.
Start with 8, and then count on 5 more. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, Miss Marquardt, you ready to do some on your own?
Okay.
Go ahead.
So we have 13 plus 4. So 4, 5, 6.
I'm going to stop you right there, Miss Marquardt, because I noticed something that might make it a little harder for you.
Okay.
You started with the smaller number in your head.
That's right. And you said to start with the bigger number.
I did.
Can
so
I
let's
try
try that
it
again.
in? Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
All right. So this time I'm going to put 13 in my head. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
17.
Okay.
Excellent. And you started with 13 in your head because that was the bigger number. Good job.
Okay.
Let's try the next one.
Okay. So 10 plus 9. So I know that 10 is the bigger number. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, I'm going to stop you one more time, Ms. Marquardt. What I noticed this time is although you chose the big number first correctly,
Yeah.
yes, it's 10, you started counting on your fingers instead of just putting it in your head.
That would make it a lot easier.
Yeah.
I'm kind of doing an extra step if I'm counting both numbers.
You are.
So I can just put 10 in my head and then think about which number comes next.
Yeah.
So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Good job. You want to
Okay.
write it on there?
I'd love to.
Okay.
So 19, and I put 10 in my head.
You did. Excellent job. I think that you have this down and you can probably finish the rest of the page on your own.
I probably could.
So, students, we want you to remember to start with the bigger number and put it in your head. Don't count on your fingers the big number. That's just an extra step. Put the big number in your head and then count on the rest of the numbers till you have your answer.